All right, y'all. We're gonna get into Alex Jones' response and reaction to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's get into it, man.
Look, folks, I'm not somebody that cries easily. I was sitting in this parking lot going home. I started crying a few months ago. Charlie Kirk was a really sweet person. I first met him back in 2016 at the RNC in Cleveland. He was so young. He had to be like 20-something years old then, so happy, so full of life. He had big plans. He was going to galvanize all the kids on campuses to vote Republican, wake them up to communism. And they killed him today with a high-powered rifle. Classic stuff. It's like crooks in Pennsylvania, running around the roof. Nobody's doing anything. And they shot him and killed him. And the left's celebrating it. And all the Democrats calling for violence. Just everything else is just sick filth. But Charlie Kirk really is a hero. And a family man and somebody that had a real vision. And the left and the globalists have really screwed up because, look, there's safety in numbers. And I was honest in videos I posted. I said, I don't do a bunch of public events. I don't go to colleges because I guarantee you, if I went out for a year, 10, 15 events, I'll get shot dead. And I'm not scared of dying, but I can digitally and cyber level, really counter the globalist. And I remember telling people, I think I've even said it on air, I said, man, I was surprised Charlie Kirk's not dead. Because the left can't deal with this. And he knew what he was doing. He put himself out there on the front lines. He got millions of votes. Millions of votes for Trump. And people that bitch and complain about Trump and say he's not getting the whole agenda done quick enough or whatever. He's getting so much done. It's amazing. It doesn't matter. It's about the team he brought forward. And about the fact that we know Kamala Harris, the Democrats, are absolute criminal, pedophile enablers. And it's about the RFK Juniors, the Tulsi Gabbards, and the Charlie Kirks. The left knew they couldn't attack Charlie Kirk frontally, so they kind of put out stories about this and that. He wasn't hardcore enough. He wasn't better enough. And a lot of people picked it up. I just said, listen, he's getting people registered to vote Republican. And they're night and day to Democrats. They're not perfect. They're night and day. So he wasn't afraid to face evil. He wasn't afraid to put his life on the line. And I'm not the guy to act tough. Charlie Kirk had more courage than me. I've been honest about this on air. And I wouldn't even call it courage because I'm willing to die. I do a lot of events and go out and get attacked. And I'm just saying, you go out on a regular basis and you're an Alex Jones or Charlie Kirk around the country for years, somebody's going to shoot at you. And I've had my security, other security firms just say, Jones, you shouldn't even do it when I do it. I have to do it when I have to, when there's a lockdown or some incredible border tyranny and they're smuggling kids and I went and confronted cartels, all that. Stop me. I'll do what I have to. But also understand, as a brain trust, I've got to kind of stay alive. And Charlie Kirk knew that, but he decided to, Christ-like, put it all on the line. And man, like watching that Ukrainian woman bleed to death and nobody help her. And then watching Charlie get hit by that high-powered rifle in the neck with such a blast wave, it makes his whole shirt go crazy. So I thought it was hitting the chest. I'm just like, damn, that's a man right there, man. That's a fucking man right there. He was smart. He knew it was coming. But he was so energetic and so positive. And we all say, this person won for Trump, that person won, Elon did it, I did it, Trump did it. Without all this team, we would have done it. Without Charlie Kirk, it wouldn't happen. And so the left's coming with their violence. They're coming with more attacks. And we can imagine the hell it'll be if we let them win and if we submit to them. So we're not scared of their attacks. And I guess the answer is we all have to go out. In fact, I'm going to announce I'm going to go into a nationwide tour of universities for Charlie. I think we can all do it. We have to take his example like Obi-Wan Kenobi in front of Darth Vader. And I was strategic about it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to do better over here. But you know what? That's a cop-out. Because if one guy will do it and get killed and intimidates us, they win. No, we all have to peacefully hit the streets. We all have to speak out at city councils, colleges. Everybody's got to be Charlie Kirk now, like with Spartacus. It's a true story, not just in the famous Stanley Kubrick movie. Romans are getting ready to crucify 10,000 plus people because they would tell him who Spartacus is. And they go, he finally steps forward and goes, I'm Spartacus. And everybody else goes, no, I'm Spartacus. We're all Charlie Kirk now. That's what it's all about. So I promise I'm doing it. And I know I've got to put it, I don't care. You know, if I go out and some leftist guns me down on the thing, it's an honor. It'll just be a bigger example of people because you guys have summoned the whirlwind. And that's what it comes down to. Because they can shut down the internet and censor us all tomorrow, but they can't stop us in the streets. We love you, Charlie. We love your family. We're so proud of you. Think about these bastards. The corporate media covers everything up. They love it. They love death. They scum. We're going to get them. We're going to save this country and the world together. Because people like Charlie Kirk's courage. We love you, Charlie. God bless you.
All right, y'all. So that's Alex Jones' reaction to, the Charlie Kirk assassination. Yeah, Charlie Kirk's a very influential right-wing media conservative activist, potential president, nominee. As much as, I don't necessarily agree with his point of views, he really had a stronghold in the young conservative mind set throughout the, United States, especially with Turning Point USA. And, hey, the guy is, from what I hear, is pretty clean cut, no weird business dealings, no blackmailing. He could have easily become president. And was he seen as a threat? So they have to take him out beforehand? Because, a lot of these NGOs and these super PACs and stuff, they scout a lot of these people out early. Like, okay, this guy could be a potential threat in the future. Let's take him out while we can. Also, the weird situations surrounding the death. 2 shooters have been arrested, released. Shooter still on the loose. Weird-ass plane that landed that no one can identify. People are saying the shooter got on the plane. And then there was the whole diversion technique with the fake shooter. They're like, oh, they caught some guy without a gun, and they dragged him. He didn't even have a fucking gun. So weird shit like that. Let's get into some other people's reactions here. We got Sean Strickland. Very strange reaction here. He's actually getting a lot of heat for this, but let's just tap into it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna ramble on for a sec. Bear with me. But I'm on Twitter, and somebody says, "Hey, did you hear that Charlie Kirk got shot?" And my gut reaction was like, "No, I fucking didn't," but I'm excited. Like, I felt this little dopamine spike in me where I'm like, dude, I want to see the video. And then I seen the video real bad, but I still kind of excited from it. Like, oh shit, like I could feel like my muscles tensing. And then I start thinking, man, well, what's going to come from this? Was the shooter black? Was it a liberal? Am I going to get more fun? Am I going to get more violence? Let's burn this motherfucker down. I need some excitement. And then you start thinking, man, like, how the fuck did I become such a sociopath? Like, how am I so disattached from human beings? When people walk down the street, I don't even see people. I just see potential threats and problems. And then I think about, like, this is the last news cycle. We watched a girl get stabbed, murdered on a subway. We're watching little kids get pulled out of buildings because maybe somebody launched a rocket off of it. I don't fucking know why. But we are so desensitized and we're such sociopaths. It's kind of sad. I was walking through a park and there was a homeless guy with a dog, and the dog had a tennis ball in his mouth and dropped it at my feet. And like it was terrible. I wanted to fucking hit the homeless guy and take his dog home. It's like the saddest thing I've seen all day. And I just watched a man get murdered, and that was exciting. And I have to ask myself, like, how did we become a generation of sociopaths? And then I think about the 90s, and I think about the early 2000s, and I think about the second Iraq War, and I think about how the government, linked up with video games to make Call of Duty, and we would stay up until fucking all hours of the night with our friends, shooting each other. Guns are cool, war is cool, death is cool. And like slowly they just manipulated us to be sociopathic consumers, and the only thing we want is stuff and things. And it's so sad that we let these people ruin America, and it's like taking the soul from us. They took God from us, they've taken everything from us, and we're just mindless sociopathic consumers. I don't know how to fix it, but I don't know, man. It's sad, it's frustrating, it's just sad.
Yeah, this wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, like, yeah, dude, information overload, and, You know, it seems like something happens every fucking day. You know, now it's just like it's wild. So here we got Tristan Tate reacting to the Tates reacting to the death of Charlie Kirk.
Now
Let's get into
we've
this
lost
here, man.
we've lost one of our best guys. If you're an American and you're a Republican, if you're a human being who likes civil discourse, we've lost one of our best guys. And for what? Because the media paints Charlie, who loved his kids, loved his wife, and loved God, as a fucking evil person. And the people who did this feel justified in what they've done. Like they've gone back in time and assassinated Stalin or something. These people have lost their fucking minds. And I don't want to make this about me. But just a few weeks ago, a fucking psychopath turned up at my house and slashed one of my employees open with a knife and tried to climb over the gate to get at, I assume, my brother, who again is a wonderful man who fears God and loves his family, who's been painted as this evil character. And it makes me sick. I feel sick to my stomach seeing this. And I genuinely can't believe it. I know a lot of people here probably know Charlie's family. If I can do anything for them, you know, by all means, offer them my support. But there's literally nothing I can do that will make this okay. And it breaks my heart because I'm a father too, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, you also had a weird situation too. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. There's some people that were cheering and shit. TMZ, which I can't even play on here because they just take all the videos down. Any footage you use with TMZ, they just copyright that shit right away. But they had all the employees at TMZ cheering, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? You know, as much as I don't like this guy's geopolitical takes and the shit he says about Israel, Muslims, and stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and cheat. I mean, look, he signed up for what he signed up for, and he knew what's gonna come with it. So this is just if this happened, obviously it's just part of what he signed up for. I mean, he's dealing with very he's in a dangerous position. He put himself out there. I'm not saying that what was done was right, but there's another one of those situations where I mean, the guy has kids and a family and stuff. I would just keep it cool, just let other people, say, be activists and stuff like that. But he took it upon himself, and he knew what that came with, and it's. Let's get into Charleston White here. So Charleston White reacts to Charlie Kirk's assassination here.
Ideology. But he's never tried to hurt anybody.
Yeah. It was a tough day, and there was a Colorado school shooting. There was a lot of bullshit happening in the world.
Yeah. But one thing about it, man, never throughout history have evil ever won. Never. Never throughout human existence have evil ever won.
But, Unc, why is there a bunch of fucked up shit happening in the world right now?
Good things happen to bad people just like bad things happen to good people. That's the yin and the yang of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the sun can't shine every day. So we have to have rain. We have to have trials. We have to have tribulation. The way someone dies can be horrific at times. But the overall concept of dying and having to die is not every organism, every flower, every.
All right, so there you go, man. It's Charleston White, and yeah, man, it's a lot of weird shit's been happening. Here's Bryce Mitchell. I think he says some, off the line shit here, but let's just play it. Fuck it.
I'm so upset about Charlie Kirk's passing. I can't really go to sleep right now. I keep thinking of his wife and kids. That's what gets me, because I know he wasn't in any pain. And I also know that Charlie Kirk was a extremely brave Christian, and he inspired me to make this post. He was the opposite of a coward. He said everything he believed and made it be known to people because he loved our country, America, that's going to shit every single day. And let me tell you something about 9/11. Ain't no Muslims did 9/11. 9/11 was done by Israel. The same people that raped those kids on Epstein's Island.
All right, man. Bro's wilding out, but yeah. We're not trying to, not YouTube friendly, but shout out to him. Shout out to him. Hey, man, he didn't tell a lie there, but shout out to him. Anyways, man, a lot of different people just very upset about this whole situation here. And we're just going to have to see how it plays out because we don't even know who the fucking shooter is. We don't even know who the shooter is. And there's all these reports saying that there was, multiple pellet guns, different distractions going on at the same time. There was the fake shooter distraction. There was the apparently some plane that's not been identified yet that took off an hour after the shooting. They were saying the shooter's on there, and then there was 2 fake arrests of the shooter, and they released the 2 arrests. We don't even know who these people are. Right when it happened, apparently they identified the shooter, and the guy didn't even have a gun on him. FBI director then announced that they arrested the guy twice, and so again, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see how this plays out. Was there some foul play? Was this organized by a hit squad and the Alphabet Boys, them boys? Possibly, just the nature of the level of influence this guy had and the level of threat to their aspirations in America for the future, because I mean the guy was definitely presidential material, and he had young conservative male voices on lock. They were, this guy hosts Turning Point USA, man. So that shit, it got fucking Trump elected. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to see how it plays out, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, man. What did you guys think about everybody's reactions? All right, peace.